Hey guys, we're Anime.lk and welcome to episode 3 of the seasonal live stream. I'm here today. My name is Mark. If you might remember me from the live stream or two ago. And joining me today here is Sakshi.
Hello.
I might need to talk to the mic. She's part of our group as well, and she's an avid anime watcher. So welcome to the live stream. I hope you guys will enjoy tonight's live stream. We'll be talking a little bit about last season's anime, some of the top anime from last season, some of the surprising stuff that really caught our eye, and then we're going to go into this season's top stuff. To be honest, this season, compared to last season, it's a bit of a letdown. It's not the greatest season of anime, but it's pretty good. So we're going to give you the recommendations that we feel you could pick up and then start watching. So let's kick it off with last season. Lakshmi, would you like to talk to us about one of your favorite animes from last season? I know you haven't watched a lot of last season's anime, but some of the top recommendations that we in fact recommended, I think you did watch. So would you like to give us a small take on what you think about that?
I think like my favorite from last season would be 86. I think that that hit me so hard. I actually loved every little bit of it. I binged it like in one day, and I think I would recommend it like to anyone and everyone who love anime to just watch it. It hits you on every level. And I also liked Vivi, which was the whole point of the story was to say like her mission was like carried out throughout the entire series, which I thought was like amazing. So yeah, I think those two was like pretty much the main two that was like that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, it's interesting. Vivi and 86 were definitely last season's, I would say, some of the top picks from last season. 86 being an anime that really, like you said, hits you on all levels because it teaches you so many things about segregation, about race, and about just not giving up to the end. Like that, like proved. And I don't want to spoil anything if you guys haven't picked it up, but it's I'll tell you this much. It's not a Disney fairy tale, so don't expect an ending like that. And there's definitely a season 2 coming up as well. So that's going to be there as well. Now, Vivi, on the other hand, Vivi did have quite a closure of an ending, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say like it was not happily ever after, but it was happy enough.
Yeah, true. And in my case, from what I liked about last season, well, let's see. Of course, there was Mushoku Tensei. That was a great anime. But I mean, there's not much to be said about that because if it's just a great anime, like if you watched it, you'll like it probably going to that isekai stuff. But something that I think we, in fact, we skipped over on our recommendations of the last live stream as well, which is actually surprisingly good and still ongoing, is Tokyo Revengers. So I'm up to date on Tokyo Revengers. It's really cool. It's really great. It has a powerful narration and really talks about how you could do things a bit better and never giving up till you get where you want to go. The main character in the show, he's a very slow build, I would say. It takes quite a bit of time for him to go from I don't know. I was going to point to one of these anime characters as like a low level, but to be honest, like they're all really badass. Like they don't, like he can't hold a candle to any of these characters here. But after a while, he does actually build his character up a bit, and he becomes something of himself. So Tokyo Revengers, Vivi, and 86 would be some of the top picks from last season, and also Mushoku Tensei. Forgetting some of the other animes. I think that's really from last season. That's much all we can really talk about. But all of last season stuff, the ones we recommended, if you haven't watched it yet, we do recommend that you go check it out and see whether you like it. But let's cut all that out now. Let's get down to what we are really here for, this season's recommendations. So Lakshmi, would you like to start us off with the first anime on our list?
Actually, I would I would love to start off with this one because honestly, this is like my favorite from this season. It's called Tanteva mo Shinderu, and
Tanteva mo Shinderu, in English that translates to the detective is already dead. And yeah, keep it.
So not to spoil, I mean, I think the name itself like pretty much a spoiler at that point, but the story, it was catchy from the moment it started, so I would recommend this to everyone. So even it's not a, I don't know whether it's going to be a happy ending, but I'm positive like the entire show, like the entire series is going to be really good. And yeah, Mark.
Yeah, I can't spoil this anime. I so badly want to spoil this anime, but I can't spoil this anime. But I will say that don't pick any favorite characters right off the bat of the first episode, because you might lead to a little bit of disappointment potential. It's not that the character like disappears, it's just that it might not be what you think. So be careful when you're picking a favorite character right off the bat from the first episode. Also keep in note that Tanteva mo Shinderu, very rare for this to happen in anime, but the first episode was 40 minutes long, if I do recall. It was a 40-minute long episode, so a double runtime episode. Quite rare, but that just proves how good it is, really. And definitely the first recommendation on our list for this season is Tanteva mo Shinderu, the detective is already dead. I think we have a clip. Did we play?
おい、何やって。
悪いな、やっぱり予定変更だ。一つ教えといてやろう。一流のエージェントっていうのはな、若い芽を見つけたら育つ前に刈り取っておくものなのさ。
期待に穴でも開いたらどうすんだ。
Okay, so I think you guys might have seen the clip there, and so that was Tanteva mo Shinderu. Again, highly recommend that you check that out. Why don't we get started on when we go to the second one now? What do we have on the second one there? Okay, so Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, as you guys might know from 2016 maybe? 2016 or 2017, maybe 2014 was the first season when it came out, and finally in 2021 we have the season 2 of Kobayashi's Maid Dragon. Now Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, for anyone who loves comedy, you know that this is a bomb of an anime. You got to watch this stuff. It's obviously an acquired taste, because you gotta like comedy anime, you gotta like that kawaii moe kind of stuff, and if you do, then this is a brilliant anime to get into. And season 2 is just brings back all the feels of season 1 and even more. What do you think about it, Lakshmi?
I think the best thing that I still like about this is that it still has the essence and all the characters, like all the things that the characters were doing from season 1. Like it's still there. Like every single thing from past to past, like nothing has changed. Even the way that like reactions and wise, like even though like there's character build within themselves, they're still literally the same. Like the humor is the same. It's really nice to like to see what like you already saw like in a like a different perspective at one point. So yeah, that's the thing I guess I would say that I really liked about this one.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that there's obviously some new storyline in season 2, and dare I say maybe even better animation. I don't know, you guys can fight me on that, but maybe some cool animation in the season 2, and some new characters are introduced as well. It's all fun. Why don't we go ahead and play the clip to that?
10番料理上がります。はーい。お皿少なくなってきたから足して足して。ただい
All right, so that was Kobayashi's Maid Dragon. Again, highly recommend this anime for anyone who loves comedy out there. Likes that kawaii moe stuff, this one's for you. Really, it really is. So yeah, what do we have next, Lakshmi?
Sigh. Next one is Kanajo mo Kanajo. Okay, so there's a bit of a controversy here, guys. Mark, as he would be soon telling, loves this anime. The whole part of this anime.
I don't
So-
love it. That's not what I said. I didn't say I love it. Okay, she's playing with my words. I didn't say I love it. I said it was okay. It was good.
Okay, so I don't know how it's going to play out in the future, but so far what it is about is basically a polyamorous relationship, and not to shun upon them or anything, but it's not that the fact that it's a polyamorous relationship that I don't like it. It's rather because of the way that they conveyed it. I don't know, in my point of view at least, I thought it was a little too much from the guy's perspective. I don't know, just my opinion, I would say. And I know you're dying to say what you want to say. I don't know, I hope it's going to be a better story rather than the way the way it's going, but I guess we'll see.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Is Kanajo mo Kanajo an amazing anime? Not by a long shot. Is it a good anime? Yeah, it is, and that's why it's on our recommendation list this time. It's good and it's worth a watch, but keep in mind that it's not going to be the anime for everyone. The anime is basically about one guy wanting to date multiple females, which makes it a polyamorous relationship, and it's openly accepted from all the girls that it's a polyamorous relationship. It's not your classic harem anime where the girls are all into the guy and the guy falls on them randomly, and then it's none of that. It's openly dating, and I think that's really interesting, especially in 2021 with the whole polyamorous relationships becoming so popular. I'm excited to see an anime take on all of that. That's why I like it, to be honest. I like to see how that narrative is being played out. I don't necessarily now the thing is, there is a chance that it could slip into a harem anime, in which case I don't think it's going to be a very great anime. But right now, as it stands, it's just a polyamorous relationship anime. It's pretty good. The comedy it's all right, and the storyline is also all right. But hey, it's got some cute anime girls. You guys are always into that, and we all know that Rule 34 is going to come out pretty quickly for that kind of anime. So you hope for that. But yeah, that's Kanajo mo Kanajo. In English, that would be girlfriend. So yeah, that's our next recommendation that you could probably pick up for this season. So so we need to play the clip for Kanajo mo Kanajo. So let's go ahead and do that now.
不安にさせてごめんこっそり浮気なんてしないと思われるようにより一層愛すよ
話して。
ザキちゃん好きだ
向井直也くんですよね。
そうだけど
私あなたが好きです。
え
Okay, so that was girlfriend, or in Japanese, Kanajo mo Kanajo. Now, yeah, I think that's definitely an anime worth checking out if you're into that sort of thing. I think some people might compare it to the anime Rent a Girlfriend. I think Lakshmi, you're not familiar with that, and I don't think you'd even like that type of anime. Even I didn't watch Rent a Girlfriend. People might compare it to that. I don't think it's comparable to Rent a Girlfriend. I think it's a little bit better than that. But hey, we're only 3 episodes in, maybe 4 episodes in. So you never really know. But I'm gonna keep watching it to see how well that could go on. So I think Lakshmi is saying that she's already dropping it, but hey, that's her. You be you. Okay, so I'm excited to talk about the next one because it brings back some familiarities from last season. Now the next one is Seirei Gensoki. That means spirit something. I forget what the English title for that was, but Spirit Chronicles. And so Seirei Gensoki, okay, hear me out, because I think we have another anime like this, but Seirei Gensoki is basically a ripoff or spin-off. It's a ripoff or spin-off of Mushoku Tensei, right? No, I kid you not. If you watch this anime, if you guys are following it, I'm going to check the chat here to see whether you guys are. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to see. Okay, tell me if you guys have been watching Seirei Gensoki, okay? Because it's basically just Mushoku Tensei in a bit of a different storyline, right? So it's got your classic isekai, right? Classic isekai character, and similar to Mushoku Tensei, he's young and not like a teenage adult, or he's not the same age he was when he got isekai'd, all of that. So he's growing up from a young age, and I think that all that kind of isekai is going to suddenly start becoming popular. I'm not sure why, but it is. And here's the thing, it's a rip-off, but it's pretty good because it has good action, it has a fairly good story, and I want to say it had a really good OP, but I may be mixing that up with something else. But I think it had a really good OP as well. And yeah, so Seirei Gensoki is definitely an anime that I would recommend to anyone that's looking for that isekai anime this season that has good action, cute anime girls, and magic. Right? And magic. It's got your super classic magic, like your like extremely generic magic circle is like what happens when he tries to do any magic move. So it's definitely, I'm going to take a look at the chat here for a second. Let's see, people are talking about Shoku. Okay, it looks like no one's watching Seirei yet, okay, but yeah. Why you guys talk about domestic? Also, who liked domestic girlfriend? Because personally, I liked it, and I don't know. A lot of people say that it was shit, so I don't know. I mean, it was okay. What did you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it was okay. Like, I was like not shocked, or like I was taken by it. So I guess I don't know, my point of view.
Okay. Yeah. So we shall now play the clip for Seirei Gensoki.
So there's a request. So I'm going to say, I'm supposed to say, hi, Niro. I know you're like super jealous right now, but I can't help it. Like I said, Discord was real life, darling. Okay. The next anime that we're gonna talk about is Bokutachi no Remake. That would be obviously.
No, go for now.
Okay. Next anime would be Bokutachi no Remake. That would be the English name would be making
No. Bokutachi no Remake. In English, it's Remake Our Life. Then it also has a really long title. Let's go back in time and re-enjoy our life. Let's go back in time 10 years ago and re-enjoy our life. And something. Yeah, it's such a stupid title. Remake Our Life. Bokutachi no Remake. Now, is it a good anime?
Yes, it's like a little chilled anime where you get like some sort of you get like what do you call it? A message out of it. I'm sorry, I was blacking a little bit there. Yes, it's a chilled anime where you get like a message out of it like pretty much every episode. So far, it's a cute story where you're like it's not that predictable, but some things are like, oh, you're like, oh yeah, I saw that coming, that kind of thing. But at the same time, like I said, it's very, you can just relax, and like if you want to just spend a day chilling, this would be your anime. Your thoughts?
Well, here's the thing, right? I think that Bokutachi no Remake, it has a really interesting what's the word? Not story, but a really interesting point it's trying to convey, a message it's trying to convey to people. And that's basically, don't allow there to be any regrets in your life, because not everyone gets a second chance. And obviously, Bokutachi no Remake, for those of you who don't know, is about a man who it's about a game designer, a failed game designer to some level, and he goes back in time to try and correct some of the mistakes he made in his past, so that he could be better 10 years in the future. So I think that's something that a lot of us have thought about doing. When would you like to go back to school and just have all the knowledge that we currently have and ace your way through school, ace your way through your exams, and then get a good job and blah blah blah. I don't think many people heard that. Like she's hurting the stream right now, but I'm gonna let her say what she said.
I mean, I'm positive like so many people would agree with me on this one. I said, did I say? Ace that way to that girlfriend that you always wanted, but you were, too scared, thinking, whether she likes me or whether she doesn't like me. That kind of thing. I think Mark has experience, should I say? There's nothing there. Anyway, the point is, right, everyone wants to go back in time and just kind of correct some of the things in their past. And the message that comes across is not everyone has the chance to go back in time. In fact, time travel is not real, so you can't go back in time. But the point is, don't let regret be in your life. And that's the kind of message that Bokutachi no Remake tries to tell us, and it does that quite well in just the first 3 or 4 episodes that have come out so far. So it's highly recommended from us this season. If you're into that classic slice of life anime, why don't we go ahead and roll the clip on this, and we can have a small look at what it looks like.
もしあのまま芸大に進んでたらどうなってたんだろう。プラチナ世代の彼らは僕と同い年だった。だからあの時に芸大へ行く道を選んでいたら、彼らと一緒にクリエイターになっていたかもしれない。目が覚めたらあの頃に戻ったりしないかな。そしたら今度はこの光景どこかで。そっか、作ってたエロゲのシチュエーションまだ夢が覚めてないのかな。え？うわー
Are you back?
もう朝になったと。
All right. The next anime that we are recommending would be named Shiroisuna no Akoto. This anime, I think, is, I don't know, so far for me, it's like a really cute and very chilled anime that I personally really liked about it. The storyline is about 2 different girls, one being an ex-idol and the other girl being a high school student who is sort of in charge of taking care of her grandparents' aquarium. So they somehow, get to meet each other, and then how their life is going to change afterwards. That's pretty much the storyline, and no spoilers on what happens after that. But like I said, it's like a very chill slice of life, I would say, and I really liked. I don't know. I thought like one of the girls were like really cute, and one of the reasons why I started watching that. Don't come at me after this. But yeah, it's like that one anime where you can just like relax at home and you just want to have like a chill day. You can watch that, and yeah, I guess we can roll into the. Oh, sorry.
So would you say that it's a binge-worthy anime? Do you think you could binge it?
Yes, definitely. I think I would have binged it if like all the episodes were out at this time. It's really sweet. I don't know. I like the way how they bring out like the essence and like the hardworking characteristics of both of the two girls, but in like different perspectives, because like both of their lifestyles have been like way too different from the other so far. And like after they meet, how they try to convey that and how they try to bond, that part was like really nice. So
I can see our backstage man here is saying that it's a Nagino Asakura clone. I can't confirm this, but I know our backstage man can, so you can trust him. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and roll the clip, and you guys can check out for yourself whether it's an interesting anime.
お願い。このままじゃ私。髪よし、爪よし、匂い。
All right, so we're back. So what did you guys think of that clip? That was what's the name of that anime again? Akoto.
Yes. Yeah, he didn't watch. It's okay. It's called Shirai Sunano Aquator. Like I said, it's about two different girls coming from very two different backgrounds and lifestyles and getting together somehow and finding their way, finding themselves together in while helping in an aquarium. And
So if you like fish, watch it. No, I mean, I'll probably pick it up, to be honest, guys. It is a recommendation from this season. So definitely, if you're into the slice of life thing, then go ahead and pick that up. But now let's go away from slice of life and a little bit more into isekai once again to talk about another rip-off anime. Like, okay. This one rips off. It rips off two things. It rips off two animes. I feel like it rips off a little bit of Log Horizon and a little bit of Shield Hero, right? I think isekai animes are like actually running out of ways to isekai people into worlds, because no joke, they isekai this guy, okay, the same way they isekai Shield Hero. So this anime, the anime we're talking about right now, is called How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. Right? Yeah, I know, not the most appealing name for an anime, but that's the name. How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. It has a really long Japanese name, so I'm not going to say that one, but just that's the anime. Again, it's How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. Now in Shield Hero, for those of you who did watch it, you know that he was isekai'd into the world while he was in the library. He was reading a book, and then boom, he got isekai. Like this guy was like just summoned, like, you know. But it's the exact same thing in this anime. Like, couldn't they have thought of anything different? He was reading a book and they summoned him, and like that, then he's isekai. Okay, so yeah, but that's not the point of the anime. I'm just it's kind of a rip-off from Shield Hero, but I think, I mean, come at me in the comments and let me know whether this kind of isekai happened in other animes that I have not watched. I would love to know. But But yeah. So I see someone saying I love Shielder. I love Shielder too, dude. I'm not shitting on Shielder. I'm shitting on this anime. How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. So as an anime, is it bad? No, not really. Actually, it's pretty good because what it's about is about being isekai into the world and having to rebuild the kingdom with his knowledge because he's a civil lawyer. I think I think he's a civil lawyer in the original world, and he basically is really smart in like counts and how to run the economy and that kind of all that jazz. So he comes into the kingdom, and his goal is basically to rebuild the kingdom and rebuild the economy so that everything grows up and like it's all good again. So to see him do that is quite interesting. It's not your average isekai where the guy has like superpowers to go cut 10,000 beasts with like one finger of his finger. So it's not your average isekai like that. So it's pretty interesting to see a bit of a different take on it. So I would say that it's definitely worth taking a look at. Lakshan, do you think that you'll be picking it up this season?
Highly doubt that.
Why are you here?
I read like the synopsis and then I was like, do I really want to go to that like isekai story all over again? Because like I honestly loved Shield Hero like on a crazy level. So after that, like I don't really know whether I want to go back again. And then like
What an isekai?
yeah, I know, like I feel like you said, like it's kind of overplayed in my head. Oh my god, so many people are gonna come at me for this, aren't they? Okay, I'm sorry, but again, this is my point of view. I don't know, it's just not my thing.
Anime debate number 2.
Oh my god. We all know who won on that, so like I said, I think that proves my point.
So I do want to mention one thing though some of the animes from this season are obviously not the greatest, and some of them might even be clones. I don't know which ones, but a lot of the animes that are from this season have really good OPs. So even if you don't want to watch the anime, do check out the OPs. Yeah, just do go check out the OPs. They have some really nice music going for it, some good level stuff.
Okay, Mark, I have a question.
Yeah.
What was the best soundtrack from this season? I know that I have one. Come on. Maid Dragon, Kobayashi. It was adorable. I don't know. I like personally loved it. It was so cute. Everyone was like bouncing up and down and then like rapping. Am I spoiling? No. It's fine. It's fine. It was my favorite. I don't know, so far. So yeah, anything?
I think for me, I need to remember this probably, but I'm pretty sure I really like the Tanteva Moshindaro opening. Yeah, that was a good opening. That one and Seirei Gunsuki, both of those were like really good openings. Had some nice rhythm to them. I would say those are the top 2 OPs I would check out. Yeah, I think that would be the ones. There are some nice endings as well, but check them out. So why don't we move on to the next part? Yeah. So next we have some honorable mentions that we just want to mention. Why did I do that? So some stuff that we just want to talk about that not necessarily good anime this season, but if you're into it, you can pick it up, that kind of thing. But yeah, so those were the recommendations for this season. I know it's not as much as we usually recommend, but there aren't many good animes this season. We tried our best. We scoured them all. Well, we didn't scour them all. We scoured what felt was good, and we found some recommendations from there. So why? So we have a comment of the day. Comment of the day from Homeland University Press. I know it's you, Homeland. Why is Lakshmi smiling like there's a sniper constantly scoping her for a mistake? Yeah. Would you like to answer that, Lakshmi?
Do I have to? Maybe I'll talk to you later, Homeland. I know where I can find you. I'll find you anywhere in your jungle.
Oh, there you have it. Episode 3 Homeland has been exposed. So, anyway, back to the honorable mentions. Now, last season, the part 1 of this was airing, and now part 2 of this is airing. The slime anime. How I was reborn as a slime, right? Reincarnated as a slime, sorry. How I reincarnated as a slime. The sniper is watching. But so, how I got reincarnated as a slime, as most of you might know if you're following it, is a really good anime. It's been a good anime since season 1. Season 2 had 2 parts to it. Much like everyone after the Harry Potter franchise came out and they decided to split the parts up. Now every anime wants to do that too. So we've got part 1 and part 2, and this season part 2 is airing. So it's worth checking out. It's definitely worth checking out. But obviously you need to go back to season 1 and watch that and come to this. But season 2, it's got some good action. It's got some good story. It's closing up on some arcs. So it's good. So how I got reincarnated as a slime. So definitely an honorable mention that we would recommend checking out if you're into that. Next up, what's the next one we have there? Okay, so Vanitas no Kate. This one I'm going to hand it over to Lakshmi. She's been watching this and she says it's maybe worth checking out.
Yeah, I think I have to agree on that. I don't know how this is gonna turn up. I hope it's good. I hope it takes a good turn. I feel like there will be a story, and this one is called Vanitas no Kate. It's about a vampire, not a vampire, more like
Twilight.
No, not Twilight. So I dislike it like on a crazy level because the moment I say, oh, it's a vampire, oh, Twilight, oh, ripoff of Twilight. No, it's not Twilight. But it's about a curse that's given upon, or like, yeah, that a curse that's there for like all the vampires, and like and a very intricate story behind that too. There's one of the main characters that I told these guys that he looks like one of the characters from Genshin Impact, and then they just came at me like, yes, Zhongli, but I don't know, for me it looks like, I don't know, for me he looks like Zhongli, but I don't really know. So
I want to ask a question. Is there any sort of romance in the show?
it's a question, honestly. I feel like it's sort of like a gay story. I'm not sure. I hope it is. I genuinely hope it is, because...
So, is it still a better love story than Twilight? Come on, guys. You know that one was coming.
Okay, for those of you who have read the book and not watched the... Okay, no, everybody watched Twilight, so... Okay, so those of you who have read the story knows that it's a good story. Okay.
Twilight.
I'm sorry. Okay, so that was Vanitas no Kate, and next up we have...
Okay. So next one. Okay, so it's your classic ecchi anime of the season, right? Like super classic ecchi anime of the season. I know some of you joined into this live stream just so you can find out what ecchi anime should I pick up. Well, the answer is no ecchi anime. Ecchi anime these days are absolute shit. Like, no point picking it. But I picked it up so I could tell you guys about it. Okay, so this season's ecchi anime has a very weird Japanese name. Let me just grab this for a second. Megami Ryo no Ryobokun, which basically translates to Goddess Dormitory. or My Goddess Dormitory or something like, yeah, Goddess Dormitory. So what is it about? It's about a small kid, a Shota, who runs a dormitory with all girls who have extremely large opai, and there are some small ones for this. I see you out there, bro. You know who I'm talking about. I see you out there. But yeah, so it's an all-round ecchi anime. Literally, the first three or 4 seconds of the anime. Actually, no, I'm even saying the first 1 second of the first clip, the first frame is just uncensored oppai. So yeah, if that's the kind of anime, no, I'm not even kidding. That's the first frame of the anime. It starts like that, the first episode itself. So but is it a good anime? I don't know. It's just a classic ecchi anime. Like, I can't, it's not on the recommended list. It's just an honorable mention. So it doesn't have very good story. It has good animation, and it's just for the ecchi people who want something ecchi out there. So that's what you get. Can we recommend Goddess Dormitory without being cancelled? We'll find out now. Okay, so yeah. Wait, was Read of a Healer last season? No, right? Was it? Get me out in the chat. Was Read of a Healer from last season? Was it 2 seasons ago? I did. COVID, man, I don't remember times anymore. It was the season before that, no? Yeah, last season just finished. Yeah, Read Over Healer was 2 seasons ago. Yeah, no, someone says that Read Over was last season. Was it? Yeah, now it's a new season, but last season was Redo. Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago. Redo was 2 seasons ago. So, no, I brought up Redo because if you guys have watched Redo, like, you might want a comparison of, like, whether it's close to Redo. Nothing is close to Redo. What do you want? It's not going to happen. Okay? Redo is just a hentai at this point. Okay? Like, it's not going to happen. If that's what you want, it's not going to happen. But it's somewhere in the range of High School DxD and maybe like Data Live kind of thing, something like that. Yeah, it's between there, I guess. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to recommend the hentai that's been recommended on the chat, because then we actually could get cancelled, so I'm not going to do that. But let's move on to the final honorable mention that we have for this season. Actually, do you know what that is? She doesn't know what that is. I'm going to help her out here. So the last one that we can talk about is The Honor at Magic High School. Remember I was telling you about it? You haven't watched it. She hasn't watched it. She's judging without watching it. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So this is a spin-off to the Irregular at Magic High School. Now, the Irregular at Magic High School aired originally in 2014, season 1, and was, I mean, if you watch it, then I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. It's a really good anime, which focuses on 2 factions, that the Course 1 students and the Course 2 students, and they're separated by magic affinity, basically. Some of them like can't really control magic, and some of them have incredibly powerful magic control, and they're separated. And you know, it follows that storyline. So that's what season 1 of the Irregular Magic High School was about. And it follows this character called Tatsuya, who is an incredibly powerful, overpowered character, even though he's in the lower class magic course. So it's really interesting because it's a fantasy anime, and it's really fun to watch if you're into that kind of thing. When it came out, it was a bomb of an anime. Everyone loved it, really. And everyone was super disappointed when season 2 didn't show up for a really long time. And then in 2020, season 2 did come out, and it was called the Irregular Magic High School Visitors Arc. And that was season 2, and that was also really good. Introduced a couple of new characters, had some really good animation, and all blah that stuff. But in season 1, you'll find the main character being Tatsuya, and Tatsuya is the guy, and then there is his sister, and his sister's name is Miyuki, and it's basically the story of both of them. So the thing. So so if you guys catch my drift on the whole Oregairu / Yosuguno Sora vibe, it has that vibe going on between the brother and sister, and it's really well played because it never really happens, but at the same time, you know, they kind of like hint at it like so much. So it's really ignore her if you guys said that, I don't know, but so the reason I brought that up is because in season 1 the entire story follows Tatsuya, and he's overpowered character. But this season, what's airing right now, is called The Honor at Magic High School, and it's a spin-off series to basically season 1, but in the eyes of Miyuki, the sister. So it basically tells a little bit of a different story because it's more from the female character's perspective, not just Miyuki, but also the other female characters. It focuses a little bit more on them. It gives a bit more backstory to them, and it also focuses a little bit more on the whole romance scene that I was hinting at. And so, yeah, if you watch in regular at Magic High School and you want a little bit more OVAs or maybe like a filler episodes of like season 1, this is basically what it is, because it doesn't focus on a lot of the action or the cool magic that happens. Though Tatsuya is still in the anime, it doesn't focus on a lot of those stuff. It mainly focuses on Miyuki and the whole romance scene and just, you know, her side of the story through season 1, still following most of the main storyline. So after all of this, Lakshmi, you think you're going to pick this anime up?
You almost had me. Like everything you said was like, okay, that sounds good. Like, oh, okay, that's okay. And then you said that. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm being judged at this point, and I'm like saying to. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not me.
So definitely check out Honor at Magic High School if that's a fantasy anime that you might be into. So guys, we have reached the end of our recommendations and the end of our honorable mentions for this season. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go over all the animes again, in case you guys may have joined at the late end of the stream, and I think you're backstage, man. we can play clips again, right, for the people? We can play the clips again for the people? Yeah, okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play all of the clips or the recommendations of this season for you guys, so you guys can check it out once more. Starting from the top, Tante wa mou shinderu, the detective is already dead.
おい何やって
悪いな、やっぱり予定変更だ。一つ教えといてやろう。一流のエージェントっていうのはな、若い芽を見つけたら育つ前に刈り取っておくものなのさ。
期待に穴でも開いたらどうすんだ。
10番料理上がります。はーい、お皿少なくなってきたから足して足して。ただいま。
不安にさせてごめん。こっそり浮気なんてしないと思われるようにより一層愛すよ。
こら離して。
さきちゃん好きだー。
向井直也くんですよね。
そうだけど
私あなたが好きです。
もしあのまま芸大に進んでたらどうなってたんだろう。プラチナ世代の彼らは僕と同い年だった。だからあの時に芸大へ行く道を選んでいたら彼らと一緒にクリエイターになっていたかもしれない。目が覚めたらあの頃に戻ったりしないかな。そしたら今度はこの光景どこかで。そっか、作ってたエロゲのシチュエーションまだ夢が覚めてないのかな。うわ
もう朝になったと。助けて、お願い。このままじゃ私。髪よし、爪よし、匂い。
Okay, guys, so hope you enjoyed the clips again. We just went through them. Again, to give you a rundown of the recommendations, just to say them by name here. We have Tantewa Moshindaru, the detective is already dead. Then Kobayashi's Maid Dragon Season 2. Kanaju Mokanju, which is Girlfriend. And Seirei Gensoki, which is Spirit Chronicles. Bokutachi no Remake, which is Remake Our Life. And Shiroi Suno Aquato, I don't know the English title for that one. And How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. And yeah, that was it for the recommendations. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of that. Now we're quickly going to jump into a Q&A session before ending the stream. And we want some questions from you guys. And yeah, so tell us what's up. What else? What do you got? Let's see. So, hacker on. Alright, you're being hacked.
Alright.
Okay, so we have a question from Han. Thoughts on Tokyo Revengers, Vivi, Odd Taxi, Shadows, and Zombieland Saga. Now, I can answer for 2 of those animes. Unfortunately, I can't answer the rest because I didn't watch Odd Taxi and I didn't watch Shadow House either. So I'll talk a bit about Tokyo Revengers. I did at the start of the stream, but Tokyo Revengers, I really like it. I genuinely like Tokyo Revengers. I binged last night. I binged like 4 of the last episodes that had come out, and I really like the storyline. It's got some good action. It's got good story because, like I said, it's similar to Bokutachi no Remake from this season. It's all about not regretting your life. You know, it's all about not regretting life and trying to do what's right at the right time, and also not giving up when you get a second chance. You know, going for it. So it has a really nice message, and of course, like I said, the main character he's a bit of a. He's not the strongest, nor does he become the strongest so far. But like, you know, it's good, and it's a bit slow paced. honestly, but it's a 24 episode anime, so you'd expect that. It's because it's last season and it's still going on this season as well. So definitely something that you should check out from last season if you haven't yet. The other one that you asked about is Vivi. Now both Lakshya and I have watched Vivi. Personally, I think Vivi. See, I liked Vivi because it was really cool, because it brought out the whole idea of what the future might actually be. I feel like Hatsune Miku, right, would become Vivi in the future if we get the technology, and I'm sure one day we will. I feel like Hatsune Miku, you know Hatsune Miku, right? I feel like Hatsune Miku might actually become what Vivi was, like the whole animatronic robot and like an AI that can sing and has its own emotions and all that stuff. I think it brought to light something very interesting, a very interesting take on what the future would be in AI, and that whole classic, the classic fight between will AI take over the world, and the answer is yes, AI will probably take over the world and we'll all die, and they'll create their own animes and they'll watch their own animes as well. But if AI creates an anime, maybe it will be better than the anime that this season has to offer. But what do you think about Vivi? Just like last thoughts on that.
I think one of the reasons why I liked Vivi a lot was because how she was given a mission, like when she was like first created, there was a mission that she had to do, and throughout the entire series, her mission it always existed. It's like she never forgot about it, but it was always portrayed in the right way. It was not overdone. Oh, yes, binge. Oh my god, yes, I think I also binged it again one day. Yeah, because like I was saying, like it was like not like overly exaggerated or like this is her mission and blah 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 blah. That it was like properly given. It was properly like relatable for the character, for us, like why she was doing what she was doing. All of it was like properly like portrayed throughout the entire show. So that's one of the reasons why I love Vivi. And yeah, what else do you have?
So I see Minoru asked here, do you think anime will be featured in the 2020 Tokyo 2020 closing ceremony? Well, as far as I know, I've not been following this head to tail, but from what I know, they already used Goku as the mascot, so it won't be surprising for there to be some level of anime, maybe a cosplay of some sort in the closing ceremony. Definitely wouldn't be surprised. But you know what I would be even less surprised about? If the Tokyo 2020 didn't happen at all because of COVID. So anyway, moving on. So the next question we have here is Blue Reflection Ray any good? I have no idea. I have not watched it. Have you watched it? No. So let chat answer that. Chat, if you watch Blue Reflection Ray, Ramindu asks, is it a good anime? Let us know. Is it a good anime? Yeah, OP and ED of Revengers is really good. Tokyo Revengers has some really good OP ED. The new OP is also really good. I think there was a new OP after episode 12 or 13, I think. So that's really good as well. So asking who the backstage guy is. Is it Smash? Is it Ranuka? Is it no one? I guess you'll never know. We opened this thing. Okay, so we have an interesting poll going on now by our backstage man. Really coming at us here. Says Hudson ended the story in a generic sort of way, but I do agree. We did end in a very generic way. It wasn't an amazing ending. The last two episodes weren't amazing, but it's okay. It did bring it to a close, and I think that was good. So it's just just looking for the questions here, guys. So I see Akimori and Homeland are plugging something in a live stream. We weren't paid for this. So okay, so Sonny Boy. Oh, is that the Peach Boy Riverside thing, right? Is that what you're talking about? Peach Boy Riverside, is that the Sonny Boy thing? I don't know whether it's actually good or not. I didn't really seem like my one. You saw that Peach Boy Riverside blonde haired boy. Did that look interesting to you?
I might pick it up. It was like, I don't know, it caught my eye. I'd say that. But I don't know, I guess I'll read on it a little bit, and if it seems interesting, I'd say I'll go.
Okay. Yeah, so we have Akimori here saying the 86 ending was better. Now, this is a controversial topic between Lakshan and I. It's cool that you brought that up because because I think it was good ending. Obviously, it was. See, now we can't spoil this thing, right? Because 86 is a really good anime. You need to watch it from last season. So I'm not going to spoil it. But did it have a disheartening ending? Yes. Was it deserved? Yes. See, this is where we disagree. I think it was deserved because that's the whole story that 86 was trying to portray. The whole idea was around what they were trying to portray. So, yeah, I think it deserved the ending it got.
No, it did not. Like, okay, I was talking to him about this. I understand like where the story was going. I understand why it had to be that. But I felt like there could have been like a better way to like go about it. Like, I didn't, obviously it was like the moment that you started, you would know, okay, this is not going to be your happily ever after kind of story. But I thought there would at least be a happily ending, but that was not what was given. So I was a bit disappointed, but the overall show was amazing. Again, I binged that too the whole time. It was, I loved it.
Over. I understand that.
Yes, 86 is not over. Apparently, there's going to be more.
No, but like, see, this is the thing, right? Like, what she doesn't like is that the whole idea of 86 is you need to understand who the main character is, right? Now, the classic anime way of doing this is to look at the hair color, and it's very apparent when you look at the hair color who the main anime character is. Now, everyone else was really a supporting main character. So, will season 2 feature those other supporting main characters? Probably not. No, probably not. So, is that disappointing? Yeah, but again, it supports the whole narrative of the story, and that's why season 2 also hopefully would be good because it's going to follow more her story than everyone else's story. So I feel like season 2 was a build up to just her story, and season 1 was like a backstory to kind of fill in what it is going to be. So yeah. Then we've got what else? Got a lot of comments in, trying to read them all here. Start a new poll with backstage guy. Alright, we've got one more poll come up after this poll. Who do you think your backstage guy? Let's pop this one in the next poll. Okay. Who do you think our backstage guy is? Is it Agent Smash or is it Ranuka? Okay. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Oh, that's it. So for some reason we are trying to promote Weeb Jesus here. But yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so So Zombieland Saga. Now I watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2, so I can't comment on last season of it. But I have heard that it's quite good, and it's definitely Zombieland Saga is definitely good. Now whether season 2 was the same pace as season 1, I'm not too sure. But it was good. Like nevertheless, season 1 was really good. So I would recommend picking it up if that's the kind of thing you like. It's an idle anime though, so it got a lot of music and comedy, and got a. You didn't watch Zombieland Saga, did you? Did you?
I did. I remember. Yes, I remember. I watched it.
One with the zombies.
Yes. I watched it. It's quite chill, I guess, for me at least. I like the how the girls were like bonding in different ways. Like that was like the good part for me. And yeah, what else we got? His babe Jesus is still back.
We can talk about One Day, but I will say that I know that One Day last episode. What do you call that? Is that was like a special episode or something? I don't know, with the last episode or whatnot, that it came like 2 months after the anime. Disappointment. It left the anime with a lot of open-ended questions and a lot of plot holes. So, but One Day was pretty good up until like the last few episodes when things started kind of going sideways. What? But you didn't watch the last few episodes, did you? Yeah, she didn't watch the last few episodes, but still, like, yeah, I'm. So she doesn't like the whole main character's catchphrase that she does every time she gets into a battle, which is fair enough, honestly. But you have to understand that, see, One Day falls under the category of a magic girl anime. And if you watch any magical girl anime, there's always a catchphrase before they slap someone or hit someone. So that's like a very like a classic thing for in anime to happen. Just saw the poll here. So yeah, One Day, if you want to pick it up, the story may not be amazing, but the girls are super cute, super kawaii. You can pick the anime up solely for just the reason of just watching the girls. So I recommend it for that reason. So all right. So what do we have next? Can we?
All about backstage work.
Backstage guy pulled a chess move.
Do not understand why the backstage guy is getting all the attention today. But it's okay. No, I liked all of them. No, I didn't like the idol. I didn't like the idol, the ex-idol. She was a pop star or something, right? She had pink hair, right?
No, they had one strand of thing.
Oh, she had one strand of pink hair. Wow, I remember that. I didn't like her. Everyone else was like, I don't know, kawaii to me. Especially the main girl. Yes. She was adorable. Everything except her I'm so mad right now was amazing for me.
So yeah, going back to our poll, right, of who backstage guy is, it seems that it's your mom, but which one of your moms is backstage? That's the real question here. So then Maybe backstage guy shouldn't be backstage anymore. Maybe he won't be in the next live stream. We'll see. We'll see. Don't forget the sniper guy. Yeah, the sniper is only Lakshmi can see him. I don't know what he's saying there. So guys, yeah, please some more questions in the Q&A session. We'll be here a few more minutes and then we'll be shutting down our live stream for tonight for this season. And we hope that you guys really enjoyed the recommendations that we passed down that we sent out to you guys. Yeah, so please do check out all that stuff. We will definitely upload the recommendations on our social media later on this week, sometime this week, maybe not immediately, but sometime this week. We'll put up a small chart to show all the recommendations. It's time to shamefully plug all of our social media now. Make sure that you smash that subscribe button and like this live stream, and be sure to check us out next time when we do pop back our next seasonal live stream. Make sure you go join our Discord in the link running below somewhere. We have tons of fun on our Discord, and honestly our Discord has been popping for these couple of months with so many cool events. Last month, was it, we had the debate? Yeah, I think last month we had the anime debate, and there was a debate over is isekai needed in a fantasy world, or it's a complicated name. It was a complicated topic, but basically was isekai or fantasy anime better, and fantasy anime actually came up on top that time. So it was a really interesting debate to take part in, to listen to play along with the debaters as well. So it was really interesting. So we have a ton of events happening on our Discord, so be sure to check us out. We'll be having soon, so make sure you come join our Discord. That's where all the action happens, where all the fun happens, especially during this pandemic, because we can't go out and do our normal meets and stuff like that. So yeah, let me take a look at the Q&A one more time. Okay, yeah, so any events coming in Discord, I already answered that question. Oh yeah, Homeland, thank you for reminding me. This is a great thing to talk about. For any of you that aren't on our Discord right now and don't know this, there's this new segment that we've started called Teach Me Your Talent Sensei, and that's going really well. What the concept of it is, basically we have so many talented people on our Discord server, including backstage guy as well, teaching us about a lot of stuff. Lakshmi is potentially one of the senseis coming up. I was one of the senseis as well, and we teach all talents that we are comfortable teaching, that we're confident in teaching. So I taught graphic designing, someone taught guitar, another one taught writing, someone taught public speaking. These are all talents that you might want to know about. You might never really have found the time. So come join us for our next session of Teach Me Your Talent Sensei. You gotta join that Discord to get in on that action. So is there anything else there? Okay, all right. So I think in that case, we can come to a close for tonight. It's been great, guys. Thank you so much for joining Anime.lk's third episode of the seasonal live stream. This is the summer season, so we hope you guys enjoyed this season's recommendations. Be sure to check all that out, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Bye bye.